We are living in a globalized economy, we like it or not. Now, what is our view around the Internet of Value? In a nutshell, Internet of Value for Ripple is moving money as you move information today. When you think about money and the process of the cross-border, which is the end leg of any financial transaction, is still handled based on a process going back to Medicis. And this hasn't changed. If you are a banker, you know that. Cross-border payment is a sequence of liabilities between the parties involved in the transaction. And nobody has changed it. It is decentralized fully because there is no central bank dealing with that. So you have a very complex process which is called correspondent banking, which is enabling the move of money from one part of the world to the other. If you are sending cross-border today, you don't know what is the amount that will get to the destination. And I can tell you, even for a small ticket size like 50 euros, big part of it is actually absorbed by multiple intermediaries in the chain. And imagine if you are part of the unbanked world and you are sending money cross-border. If you are a remitter, and this is not around luxury, this is around really an important part of the life of the people, helping the families. And I can tell you, even in this part is even worse. You pay a percentage of the amount that you are sending to your families. The breakthrough of the blockchain started a few years ago. But blockchain has its own limitation. So when you look at the world today, and the way that we are looking at the use case of the digital asset, because when you are talking about the blockchain, there is no way of avoiding actually the digital assets. There are different use cases around digital assets. We know Bitcoin, Ethereum, but I think the way that we look at it is more on the institutional part. Is there any way that we can revolutionize today the pre-funding process of the cross-border? So our use case is very simple. And it's not necessarily replacing fiat currencies like US dollar or euro. So that's where we get to the digital asset. In our case, is XRP, which is our native digital asset. Is that rather than sending money in advance, the moment that you need this money, you go and on demand request for this liquidity. So basically, you use the digital asset, and in this case, XRP, as a bridge currency between two fiat currencies. So you're not changing the board. You're not replacing currencies today. This world will continue for a few years. I don't think that we can plug blockchain and change the world dramatically. So the disruption will happen progressively. I can give you a case. So for instance, you are a payment service provider. You want to send $100 to Mexico. So you go to the crypto exchange, you have your $100, you convert that to XRP, and immediately after, you convert back to the Mexican peso, and then you onward deliver to the local market. This is changing completely the way that the banking today is happening. So you have the network of the banks, you have the blockchain, then you have mobile money, online wallets. Can you imagine in what a fragmented world we are living? And if we don't think about what we have learned from the history of the payments, we will continue to add complexity to this world. Is there any other way of doing it? And I think that's where the next generation of the blockchain technology is leading actually to a protocol that is called Interledger Protocol, which is connecting any kind of the networks to other networks. So is that how we can enable the world to freely transact values by using the proper protocol layer, which is the Interledger, by using a digital asset that has the capacity to cope with the requirements of the instant payments and the scalability of cross-border payments. And of course, on the top of that, I think when you get more into the technical details, a level of the smart contracts who reinforce the level of the trust between the parties. This is our perception of the Internet of Value. Thank you.